So here I'm going to show you how to make symbols using just letters in Gravit Designer. First, I want you to start by making a new document, 8 by 10 inches, not pixels, so make sure you switch to inches and then hit create. So here I have my document. I'm going to start with text. I really can just add, I'm going to change the size of my font. I'm going to make it much bigger than this. So I'm going to change it to 90 points. Okay, so that's way bigger. Here, I just have to stretch out my text box now. I just deleted what was there. Let's see. Let me delete that one, start over. Click on the T, change the size, bring it all the way up. You could do 72, but like I said, I'm going to go for 90, so it's bigger. I find it's easier to work with the shapes that way. And now I'm going to try this again. Create a little text box. Here, this is the size of my words now. So this has a lot. Let's see if I could drag that out. You could see all the words that they put in there. Okay. I don't need all of this. I am just going to do my one letter. So I'm going to do the letter M. I have all this extra space here, which I really don't need. Okay. I find sometimes it's a little hard. It doesn't always move so easily, right? So it's not letting me move it. Okay. So I have my M. I'm going to highlight my M, and I am going to change the font to something. I want something scripty. I'm going to go for this one right here. That looks good. And I'm going to change the color. Let's go for a nice maroon. So there I have my M. I like that. It looks good. Finally got the text box. I got the text box by clicking outside of the box. So now I'm going to just make this as small as I can so it just fits that M, because otherwise it gets in the way. Okay, so click on that letter, and I'm going to copy this letter. So Control C, Control V. I should get a second layer where it says text under layers on the left-hand side. I'm going to drag my layer, and now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to flip vertically. Look at that. It just flipped my letter perfectly vertically. So I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to play with how that looks. Let's see. And then I could use my arrow keys to just move it a little bit. All of a sudden, this is not looking like the letter M anymore. It's looking like some sort of symbol, right? Or a design. It's kind of interesting. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to copy both of these together. I'm going to do Command C, Command V, and I should get this whole thing copied. Let's flip this horizontally. You see these double triangles up on top? Flip horizontally. And I'm going to put that right up against this one. Now, I could either leave this all as one color, which I kind of like, honestly. It definitely looks like, it looks like some kind of creature. And there we go. There's my first symbol. Never know that this was made out of M's, but it works pretty well. Okay, so let's do another one. I'm going to do a different one. And you could build these all on the same piece of paper if you want. So here's my text box. Once again, let me see if I can move this over. There we go. Move this over. I'm going to get rid of some of this text here. I only want one or maybe two letters, so I don't need all of that. The size is good. Let's take the letter R. Now, I'll keep it blocky here, but let's go and we'll change the weight of the letter. So let's do bold. Bold, and I'm not going to use the first font that's right there. We'll change it a little bit. So let's find a new font. I want something nice and bold. There we go. Let's try this. There, that's a very solid R. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to take that R, and I'm going to change the color I'm going to go for a blue. Now I can change the blue, but I can also go up here and click on a different blue with my arrow. So I could get a dark blue or a bright blue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, Control C, Control V, drag it down, right? I don't need this huge text box, so we could bring this in. And I'm going to play with adding a different color to this one. So I'm going to go for maybe a brighter one. And now I'm going to overlap these and see what happens. So now I have this double R. Now let's see if I take both of these. Oh, I don't think it didn't work. Let me make this whole text box smaller as well so it doesn't get into the way. There we go. Using the arrows can really help. So it's just, let's bring it down a little. Okay, so it almost looks like a shadow. I like that. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, there we go. I got both of them selected, Command or Control C, Control V, and I am going to move this over and I'm going to move it under, but this time I am going to spin it. So I am going to just spin it. So this way it's not going to be a mirror image. It's just going to be the reverse. Let's see what happens if I move this down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these two pieces because I don't like how the shadowy one is working with it, and I want to put that shadow in a different spot. Put one there, and then now I could pick up the shadowy piece and move that. Oops, nope. Sometimes if they're too close together, it's hard to select one. So let's do the shadow first. Move this one. Playing around with where I put them, just experimenting, trying to create some new shapes. Now that's kind of more of what I wanted. Now I'm going to add this one to the top. There we go. Okay, so that's my second one. I like the little double colors there, playing around with that and seeing what I could do with that. So there's my second image. Very different from my first image. So you are creating 5 different symbols. They look like a logo, a symbol or a logo using letters.